in Sergio's case, what do I make of it? I'm happy for him. And this is a guy who started out, Rich. I think instantly in America he was loved, and we wanted to love him. If you remember, in 1999 there was a PGA Championship in Chicago, and Sergio was 19. Tiger was rising, had already won the Masters, and Sergio had that famous shot from around the tree, and he sprinted after it, and he did a scissors kick, and he looked like a kid. He looked like a kid playing miniature golf, and you instantly thought, love this kid. And on top of it, we have a 20-year rivalry here that could be one of the best in golf history. Tiger against Sergio. It was perfect. It was going to be Seve Ballesteros against, Nicklaus, that sort of thing. And Sergio won in the ensuing years, but he sort of became combative. I liken him to kind of a bad guy in wrestling. He got into it at the Ryder Cup, which was okay because that's a partisan event. But then at the U.S. Open in 2002, he basically flipped the bird to the fans. The fans were riding him because he couldn't quite pull the trigger. Anyway, long story short, Sergio sort of became a little bit of the petulant heel. And there was a sense that he never really grew up, never took responsibility, always was the victim. When he lost the British Open, he lipped out really within an inch of winning it in 2007. He famously or infamously went into the press center and said, I'm not just playing against 100 and some guys in the field. I'm playing against other forces. I get no breaks. I have no luck. And it just was bad form. And so there was always this kind of love-hate with Sergio. And I guess long story longer, I think what happens, this is my view, Sergio was a child prodigy, like Tiger. I saw Sergio at 17. He was the most polished young player I've ever seen. Walked like a pro, hit it like a pro, dressed like a pro. He was already playing in high-level professional events in Europe when he was 15. He was going to be the next Ballesteros. And so what I think happens with prodigies is the talent outpaces the maturity, and they cannot accept that someone may be better. They can't accept defeat. They can't accept poor performances. And in Sergio's case, you heard him all week. His theme was acceptance. And Clapton once said, quote, great musician, acceptance is a beautiful state of being. And so Sergio said, I don't know how many years ago it was, that he will never win a major. He can't win at Augusta. He didn't like Augusta, and he used to fight it. The course didn't set up well for him. And this week he said, I accept what it will give me and what I can take from it. And so he was just in a better place mentally. And I think a huge weight off his back, and I think a weight off the back of fans who have watched him. The question had been for a long time, will Sergio Garcia win a major? I used to get asked that all the time. And my standard reply was, I always bet on great talent. And at some point it will fall to the player with great talent. You win these majors, oftentimes it's not a case of you hit the great shot to win it. It's that the other guy made a bogey, or you got a good break. That's how it goes. And that's how it went yesterday for Sergio. He got a great break. He missed the putt on the 72nd hole, but then, Justin Rose hit a lousy drive on the first playoff hole, and bang, Sergio wins.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.